Hello, scholars. Welcome to part two of your assignment for what's due today. So, for this assignment, week 5, day 5, consists of your new TEK that we will be covering next week. And essentially, it is 7.12a, which is analysis of data. We're going to be given data either in a dot plot and then need to convert it to a box plot, or box plot converted back. Main notes for today is I'm going to go over the vocabulary that you will need. One of the most common things you will need is going to be the 5-number summary. So this 5-number summary consists of the minimum, the quartile 1, your median, your quartile 3, and your maximum. Other values that you would need to calculate would be your interquartile range, your mode, your mean, and that's it. Those are the only ones. So let's go ahead and start off like every other day with our quote of the day. So this one happens to be about math because you know me, I love math. So it states that mathematics is not about numbers, equations, computations, or algorithms. It is about understanding. I think this in essence embodies almost everything that I try and teach y'all. It's not about just the math, but it's about your understanding. That's what the most important thing is. That's what the main takeaway should be every day. What are you learning, and what can you understand from the problem? Because one question may not look exactly like the other one, so you gotta be ready for that. So let's go ahead and start. So the first one says that we are given a box plot already. So it says the double box plot shows the results of a random survey of 40 females and 40 males. Each person stated the number of hours to the nearest half hour he or she spent studying over the weekend. Based on the box plot, which of the following statements is true? So main things you need to remember are, first and foremost, the minimum to quartile 1 is 25%. Okay, so given a data plot, you have to know that Q1 to the minimum is 25%. From Q1 to the median is another 25%. From the median to quartile 3 is 25%. And of course, from quartile 3 to the maximum is another 25%. This equates for 100% of your data. So from point to point, that's 25% per data set. So for females, from one point to the other point is 25, so on and so forth. Also, knowing this, you have to understand that the IQR, which is called our interquartile range, represents 50% of our data. All right. So, for example, if I look at this, the amount between quartile 1, so my value for quartile 1, and my value for quartile 3, that's 50% of my data. That's half of the data is consisted within that one box. Okay, that's what you have to remember. That's what you have to know. So I went ahead and separated it so you can see it a little better. So this is 25% of the data. That's another 25% for the females, 25, and of course for the males, it follows the same rules. Okay, so you have to understand that is what the data shows. Okay. Now, keeping this in mind, now we have to break it down per question. Oh, excuse me. So, the first one says that more than 50% of the females studied at least 2.5 hours. So, if we go to females, if we go to 2.5 hours, it shows us that we have 25% in red and 25% in purple. That's 50%. But the answer choice says more than 50. Well, it's not more than 50. It's exactly 50. So there's no way A can be the answer. So let's go to B. It says exactly 25% of the males studied for 1 to 2 hours. We go to males. From 1 hour to 2 hours, we don't have the line that closes that section of the box, which would in essence be our quartile 3. it doesn't close off. It closes off at 2.5 hours. So it is not 25%. So B cannot be the answer as well. If we go to C, it says 10 fewer males studied for 2.5 hours or more hours. What? Yeah. Than the number of females. So if we go to males, 2.5 or more, that gives us 25%. Okay, so 25% or 2.5 or more. If we go to females, it says for 2.5 it has 25 plus another 25. Now, at the very beginning, they told us that there are 40 females and 40 males, meaning that each percentage is 10 people. So every 25% is 10 people. So that means that 10 males did 2.5 hours or more, and 20 females did 2.5 or more hours. So it says 10 fewer males. So yeah, that sounds pretty much right. But let's go to D, and it says that D, 20 males studied for more than 90 minutes. Exactly, 20 males studied for more than 90 minutes. So 90 minutes is an hour and a half. So if we go to an hour and a half, and it says exactly 20. Nope, it's not exactly 20 because that quartile starts at 1. So there's no way it could be D. So that means that our only answer is C for this one. Okay. C has to be the answer. Alright, let's go on to number 2. Number 2 says that during PE class, each student took turns shooting basketball. The total number of baskets made by each student was recorded on one of the dot plots. According to the results, which group of students had the highest mean? What was the highest mean rounded to the nearest tenth? Okay, so things to remember. You have to know what mean is. Okay, you have to remember that mean has to do with the average, which is calculated by taking each dot, adding them all together to get a total, and then dividing it by the number of dots per section. So for girls, we have one value at 2. We have 2 dots under 4, so that gives us 8. We have 3 dots under 5, so that gives us 15. We have 6 dots under 6, which gives us 36. 3 dots under 7, which gives us 21. 2 dots under 8, which gives us 16, and 1 dot at 9, which gives us 9. If we add that all together, we get 107, and then you have to count the number of dots. So for girls, there are a total of 18 dots, so we will take the 107 and divide it by 18. That gives us an average or a mean of 5.94. Okay, now for boys. Boys, we follow the same process, so 1 dot at 1, so that's 1. 1 dot at 2, so that's 2. 2 dots at 3, so that's plus 6. 3 dots at 4, plus 12. 4 dots at plus 5, which is 20. 4 dots at 6, which gives us 24. 2 dots at 7, which is 14. And 1 dot at 8. So we put plus 8. Add that all together, it gives us 87. Once again, if you count the total number of values, there are 18 dots for boys as well. So divide 87 by 18, you're going to get 4.83. So for here, your answer is done. You can literally finish by answering this. We can now see the question says, which one has the highest mean? Well, we can see it's the girls at 5.94. So if we look at our answer choices, F says the girls with the highest of 6. Okay, it's not 6. It says the boys with the highest of 5. Nope, they're not at 5. The boys had the highest mean at 5.5. Okay, that's the same as G. So, nope, that's not it either. And that means that J says the girls had a highest mean at 5.9. That is the answer. Yes, that is correct. So our answer is J. So we can already see it. But I took the liberty of going through the other values that you might need to know for a dot plot, only because on Monday you might see them. So that's calculate mean. The next thing you need to calculate is median. So for the median value, you literally have to put them in order and cross out one on the left, one on the right, one on the left, one on the right, until you get to the middle dot. So for this one, the middle dot, actually, because there's an even number of dots, it's going to be the number 9 and 10 dot that are going to be left in the middle. On Monday, we'll go over it a little bit more, but that gives us a median of 6 for the girls and a 5 for the boys. We'll go over it on Monday. I'm just, for those of you that know how to do it, awesome. If you don't, we're going to go over Monday. Don't worry about it. But that's how you find a median. The next one is our mode, so the number that comes out the most. So for our girls, we notice that the 6 is the most common number, so 6 for girls. And for boys, it has 2 modes, 5 and 6. 5 and 6 both come out the most. Okay. Then we have our range, which is the maximum minus the minimum, so the biggest number minus the smallest number. So for the girls, we have a maximum of 9 and a minimum of 2. The difference gives us our range. So there's a range of 7. For boys, the maximum is 8. The minimum is 1. Subtract, and you're still going to get 7. Alright? So these are a few things that we need to keep in mind, because you will see these next week. So mean, median, mode, range. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know. Other than that, as we discussed, couldn't be F, G, or H. So our answer is J for this one. Alright guys, if you need any help, let me know. Try your best. I believe in you. I love each and every one of you. I miss you. As always, your exit ticket for today is to complete questions 3, 4, and 5. If you have any questions, let me know. Please try it first, guys. Try it on your own. Send me proof of your completion, and once I tell you that they're all correct, you have a wonderful 3-day weekend, guys. Miss y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.